What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cam Bam, bringing you another episode of Madden 2032 Team Review. In this episode, we are playing with the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans is one of the last few new teams in the NFL. Well, they've been around for the past 16, 17 years. So, the Houston Texans. Now, before, the Houston Texans were known for not getting out the first round. Like, they literally had trouble getting out the first round. Or when they do get out the first round, they don't do well in the divisional round. So, this year, they could have won the division. No, I think, yeah, excuse that comment. They win the division, and they hosted a playoff game, which they beat the Buffalo Bills, who recently have been going to playoffs a lot, but they haven't won a game, so that would be easy. So the Houston Texans went to Kansas City, up 24 points, and end up losing by, I think, 2 touchdowns, which is pretty bad. But Patrick Mahomes was on a streak, and if you can't stop that offense, I think they scored 42 points in that game. So yeah, it wasn't a good day. Even Deshaun Watson was great, but then his team didn't come through for him, which is weird because they put 55 points on my Falcons, even though the Falcons were going through some things. But anyway, so everything seems okay. JJ Watt is coming back from his second, maybe fourth season-ending injury. So I believe the Texans had like a top 20 pick. Defensive line, they could use a D tackle. I believe last name Madden. I think he's still there. Secondary. Secondary kind of okay. They don't scare me. Linebacker core is okay. I remember I was looking at Sports Center. The whole entire linebacker core came in like camouflage or military fatigue. So offensive wise, the Texans are very, very explosive. Well, not anymore. They traded away DeAndre Hopkins. A lot of people don't know that he had a falling out with Coach O'Brien, which is it's a tough situation, but I don't know. Apparently, O'Brien is still the GM, so he traded DeAndre Hopkins, who one of the best wide receivers, like top 5. He definitely in my top 5. To the Cardinals. So basically, he under a future Hall of Famer, which may be the best Arizona Cardinal of all time, Larry Fitzgerald, which the youngest and Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, in the game, and we put the strip on it, and we stripped McCaffrey. That was pretty funny. But like, there we go, strip. No. Anyway, so Murray, and then they have David Johnson is now on the Texans, which I don't know, The Texans is a team where running backs go to die. I mean, like, if you running back who are decent on one team, and you go to Houston, you just don't have the same. I don't know. It could be the offensive line. I don't know. Just a Texans running back have not been doing well, especially in the last couple of seasons. Like, I mean, Lamar Miller, he's doing okay. With David Johnson, he coming off an injury now. A couple years ago, David Johnson was juice. Especially on mud. When I used to play mud at the time, everybody had had, David Johnson. So, fun fact, Duke Johnson about a couple years ago, maybe about 2 years ago, when I used to beat everybody on HOH with Cleveland, because I used to use him, I used to use Moster. Like, a lot of people don't know that Moster is like one of my favorite running backs, going off subject. And what he did for the 49 this year got more respect. Like, he been had it for a while. He just been on so many different teams. But Duke Johnson, he from the U. So having David Johnson, Lamar Miller, and Duke Johnson, if he remained there, that's a good, 1, 2, 3 punch. You know, I should have dropped it to Sucker, you know, but I just didn't want to say, let me just give it to Fuller. I guess why, but anyway, let's see. What's the Texans draft in the first round? Huh. Well, you got rid of Hopkins, so I mean, you have Fuller. Maybe you still have Cordy. Maybe I'm not sure. Do they have Braxton Miller on the roster? I don't know. Do they have? I don't think so. Let X Google. What team do Braxton Miller play for?
Here's information from Wikipedia.
Well, he was on the Houston Texans, and then he went to Philly, Cleveland, and Carolina. So that was a bad pick by me. I don't know why I was just not paying attention or kind of overthrow the ball. Don't lie, Bradbury is very, very underrated, and he always goes those underneath balls. But I still found a way to beat him by any means. But I mean, if I were Houston and I just gave up by one of the top pass catching wideouts in the first round, it probably might be the best wide receiver core to come out in a while. Now, last year core were very, very good, but this year core is very, very legit. So in the top 20s, I'm like, I want my Falcons to draft Justin Jefferson, but we're mostly gonna go DB because the way the free agency works. But I don't know, Houston haven't signed nobody that's like catching. I mean they could get like. Nah, I wouldn't say just get Devontae Freeman. They can bring back Clowney if they have the cap for it. But if I'm the Texans and I have a top 20 pick, I most definitely would go wide receiver. So, I mean, most likely Lamb gonna go top 5, top 10. Then you have Judy. Then you have Justin Jefferson. You have a lot of wide receivers. The one from Minnesota. But if I were the Texans, I would just. I don't know if he is classified as a first round pick. It would be good. Henry Ruggs from Alabama, because Deshaun Watson just lost his top producing wide receiver. Now Fuller, he's okay, but he not no DeAndre Hopkins. He don't bring the production as Hopkins. So I mean, they need to get a wide receiver, because getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins didn't make any sense. If he had to fall out of the coach, I understand that, but Bill Bryan, I don't know. And it's sad because, Deshaun Watson is from Georgia. He won a championship in Gainesville. He, when I used to play football at Shorter, one of my teammates, I forgot the name, but he recently got married. Shout out to him. But anyway, he won a championship with Deshaun Watson, and he went to Clemson, played in two of the most memorable national championship game. Could have easily beat Alabama the first time. Just Alabama was just doing some things that Alabama never do. I'm like, wow, they doing onside kicks. They throwing the ball to the tight end. I'm like, and they had the Heisman Trophy winner. He played a decent Derrick Henry game, but Clemson was still scoring. Then Clemson came back and beat Alabama. Then rest of history. But I mean, I feel for Deshaun Watson. He is very, very good. After coming off of that injury he had in rookie season, he is becoming a better quarterback. He really is, and he make a diving catch with a wide receiver. I'm gonna do one too. So I mean, they could go offensive line. Maybe I don't know if Andrew Thomas from Georgia is still available. That can work, but just wide receiver would be best for them. As far as in the draft goes, maybe they need to get a tight end, somebody to help out Deshaun Watson. Now I can't remember the last time a good tight end, like a good tight end, like I like tight ends are so underrated because they catch everything. They big men and they run fast. And they can block like offensive linemen. But they can run fast and then you can put them at fullback for blocking. I mean, some of a tight end can make any quarterback great. Like Austin Hooper was making Matt Ryan good. Even though Matt Ryan good some days, sometimes, but he's still a good quarterback. I don't know how he tipped the ball to himself, got an interception. It just anyway. So Austin Hooper, for the Browns is gonna help, definitely gonna help out Mayfield a lot. George Kittle definitely helped Jimmy G a lot this year. Travis Kelsey definitely help out Patrick Mahomes, even though Patrick Mahomes is the best wide receiver. Wide receiver, best quarterback in the draft. So I mean, they still having a draft on April 23rd, 25th, even though there's COVID-19 still going on. I think they're gonna do a virtual draft, which would be very, very interesting. Like, very, very interesting. And as you can see, I scored off of that play. I don't know why it got cut off, but that was a good run and play by me. So, I don't know why that got cut off, but anyway. So now it's 7-7. So it's gonna be an interesting game. I don't know who did I man that ball with. I'm not sure.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kicks away here. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
So back to the wide receiver core. I totally forgot his name, but he should have stayed one more year at Clemson. But after what he did against Alabama the previous year and what he did in the national championship against LSU, T. Higgins. If T. Higgins still available, I mean, he is a first round talent. And he's a big body wide receiver, similar to Hopkins, except for the dreads and other things. But if T. Higgins is available, I would say the Texans draft him, or maybe Donovan People-Jones. Any person that go by three names like that is always good in football. I don't care who you are, they always good. So also that Arizona State dude under Hunt Evers, like Brandon UK, he's very, very underrated. And I'm proud that, Edwards, went to Arizona State and made them a championship team. Well, not championship team, but making them a championship team. But yeah, I think Charlie Strong to Arizona, so now he goes to that team with some other coach maybe. But that's civil thing between both of the coaches. That's gonna be good. That's really good. So yeah, just go by wide receiver. I mean, the Texans. I don't know. They just have to get hot. Like it's tough. I mean, now the AFC pretty much is the Chiefs, and then you have everybody else. Now, if you get hot in the postseason, you cannot be stopped. Like, look at the Titans. Titans went into New England. Tom Brady last show as a Patriot because he on the Bucks now was a pick six, and it was to Logan Ryan, who Bill Belichick used to criticize. Then Tennessee went to Lamar Jackson's house and beat him, which I was shocked. I was like, yo, this team is for real. And Derrick Henry in the playoffs, I'm like, a couple years ago, he did that against the Kansas City Chiefs. And Marcus Mariota was still quarterback. And, Tennessee, that run by Patrick Mahomes, that was just incredible. Especially in that game. But, excuse me. But, they Tennessee is in a very, very easy division. Jacksonville, they don't have that lethal secondary anymore. I feel bad. Blame Tom Brady for doing that. Like, if the Jags would have beat the Patriots that year, I think they would have went to the Super Bowl and beat the Eagles. No lie. I cannot lie to you about that. With that defense, now, care to say if Blake Bortles would have outplayed Nick Foles in that game, I'm not sure. But that secondary, that was nasty. But now Nick Foles, he gone. I think he went to the Bears, and Minshew, he's really, really good. He just, I watched him in person because, working security at the Mercedes-Benz of Jacksonville game. He's a good quarterback. He just needs time. So I might do Jacksonville next episode, just depending on the type of woman. Other than that, that perfect passer through Hopkins, and I'm getting better with the possessor catch. I've been working at it a lot. So the Texans are always able to win because they have the better quarterback. Now Ryan Tannehill, he's up and it's quarterback. But I'm shocked that they gave it that extension. It's sad. Marcus Mariota and the 2015 class of Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, that's sad. But I don't know. Tennessee still had that team. The Colts. I love Jacoby Brissett. Like, he's really, really good, but I felt like they need some wideouts in Indianapolis. But they got Phillip Rivers, which I'm shocked. I would thought Phillip Rivers would retire like Manny, but apparently Rivers is still the only quarterback from the 2004 class out of Vegas, because Big Ben had 2, played in 3. Eli played in 2, could have played in 3, but didn't happen like that. But so the Texans, they get hard, maybe add some pieces to the front seven. Ease the load off of J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt is still one of the top defense linemen in the NFL. But he getting older. but they need some help. I mean, they can go D line wise. It won't be a surprise. It can help out JJ Watt a lot. Even though I said wide receiver, because if you get rid of Hopkins, you need to have a wide receiver for Deshaun Watson, because how Deshaun Watson gonna be successful out no wide receivers? I mean, Tom Brady have done it a couple times, but Deshaun Watson need a wide receiver. And if the Texans don't draft a wide receiver in the first round, I'm gonna be very, very upset. Because I don't know. Just the Texans just have to do better. They just have to do better. I mean, they just have to do better. Because you have a talented quarterback, got rid of his number one wide receiver, and didn't bring in nobody that's like good. They brought in somebody. I mean, but if they want to go defense line in the first round, they need, obviously offensive line to protect Watson. They need a running back, because the running back they need to get two, maybe not in the first round, maybe in the second round, maybe pick up, I don't know, Cam Akers of Florida State, man. Just defensive line wise, I mean, Javard, K, um, Kinlaw, from South Carolina. If he not on the board, I suggest, you take him, but they a top 20 pick, and he definitely gonna be gone, maybe mid 15s. Derek Brown, he obviously gonna be picked up. Maybe he go in top 5, maybe top 10, cause he is that talented, and he from Lanier, Georgia, and Lanier from the north side. Well, they ain't Gwinnett, that technically the north, and that's incomplete. And as you can see, his video over. But Mario Davidson maybe be a good person to draft in the first round. But thank you for watching my NFL Madden 2032 team review on the Houston Texans. More episode to come. Hopefully people can stop quitting games and I can get a full game like the last one. But thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.